I'm going to make the case for Devin Hester. He's got to go in on the first ballot, Ike. And he, growing up for me, one of my favorite players, maybe my favorite Chicago Bear ever. And a lot of people point to his kickoff return touchdown in the Super Bowl against the Colts, only player to return the opening kickoff back for a touchdown. But my case for him is pretty simple, is if you close your eyes and you think about who's the greatest return man in NFL history, there's one answer, and the answer is Devin Hester. So I had the opportunity to see him growing up as a kid. It's one of the greatest weekends of my life. So this was the year after the Super Bowl. This was in 2007. I went to a game at Soldier Field with my mom, and it was really, really cold. Our backs to Lake Michigan. The snow's coming down. We're bundled up in blankets. I remember my mom got me a hot chocolate more so for warmth than anything because it was really, really cold. The Bears were down in that game, late in the game, down 14. And to that point in the game, Hester had already run 2 returns back for touchdowns. And so there was 7 minutes and some change left in the fourth quarter. And my mom turns to me and asks the question no teenager wants to hear and says, "Hey, do you want to leave early to beat the traffic?" And I said, "No, let's see if Hester can do it one more time." Except this time, it wasn't Devin Hester. It was your college teammate, Charles Tillman, blocks the punt against the Denver Broncos, and it leads to a Bears comeback victory. They win it in overtime. And the Bears didn't make the playoffs that year after the Super Bowl. It was a disappointing season. But for one more weekend and one more Sunday, you held out hope that they could get back to the postseason. That Saturday before, my brother won the state championship down at the University of Illinois in Champaign, Illinois. So it was like the greatest football weekend. Devin Hester was part of that. He'd come on the field and they'd start playing Crank That Soldier Boy, and just him on the field, the electricity at Soldier Field, I've never experienced anything like it. And I've seen some great athletes in my day. So that would be my case for Devin Hester in the Hall of Fame. Seeing that firsthand, I've never experienced anything like that in all of sports. Devin Hester, put him in on the first ballot tonight for the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah, so you're looking for qualifications when you want to talk about the Pro Football Hall of Fame. You look at, did this person dominate consistently over a course of a 5 or plus more year span? You look at, was this player dynamic? You look at, was he a game changer? You look at, man, when you played this player, man, did you game plan for this player? That's Devin Hester. When you looked at Devin Hester, whether he was playing cornerback at one point in time, receiver, whether he was a return man, he dominated. Then when you just want to specialize and said, okay, we're going to put him a little bit as a gadget guy, but he's definitely going to be a return man, that's a whole nother story, because he just needed the ball one time. And that's hard to change the game as a special teamsman and understand, man, just give me the ball one time and I guarantee I'm going to go and I'm going to score this touchdown, and I'm going to get in the paint. That's special. And the reason why Devin Hester, to me, in my mind, he's so special because he did it at every football team he went to, whether it's Chicago, Atlanta, or anywhere else. Devin was going to get the ball in his hands and he was going to score. And when you look at special teams, you only got one shot, one kill to make your name and put your name in the paper, as I would tell my kids. And Devin, every time he got the ball, he put his name in the paper. So then you go to the biggest stage, which is the Super Bowl, and what you're doing to open the kickoff. You take that thing and you put your name in the paper. You get in the paint and you score. But that's just been Devin Hester. Regardless of what team Devin Hester has been playing for, that's exactly what he did. Give me the ball one time, I'm going to score. If you look at receivers and running backs, man, they can have 20-something carries. Receivers can have, 15 targets, probably catch the ball 10 times, and they might get in the paint maybe once, twice, the best. Devin Hester said, kick the ball to me one time and watch what happens. That's special. That's how I break it down. That's how I look at it. So in my mind, yes, one of my neighbors, one of my good friends, one of my NFL brother alumni, Devin Hester. In my mind, yes, he should hit that thing first ballot.